Thank you for tuning in. After using this for a couple of operations, I think every fire team now should have at least one person be a gunner, even in high level operations, meaning 7 and up. The MG43 is a specific playstyle, but damn, is it a fun playstyle. Before I start going on and on about how good it is, let me tell you some notes for how to properly use this weapon. If you're in the role of being a support man, you need to focus on your job. Your job is to focus on the smaller entities, but you can handle some bigger stuff, which we will get into later. And I will say this right now, you may not seem like you're doing a lot, but believe me, you are doing a lot more than you realize. Now, to make you even more efficient with clearing the field, you need to use the support pack stratagem. Not only can you replenish teammates, you can replenish yourself and keep laying hate down range. And my final little note that you need to have is use this thing at range. The only reason I say that is because you can use it up close, but because of the handling, it can be really slow up close. But that isn't to say like it isn't good at close range. But if you stay at a medium range to a long distance, whatever, and you put that on 900 RPM and go prone, you're basically turning into Homelander and cutting everything down in front of you. It is super, super nice. Now, focusing on the Terminid side specifically, this weapon is vital, genuinely. Like I said, I think each fire team should have at least one person use the MG43, and if need be, or if you want to, have 2 people use it, because not only does it handle scavengers, hunters, warriors like wet paper, and it'll deal with armored enemies super easily. You'll deal with Hive Guard, Stalkers, Shriekers, Brood Commanders, unarmored and armored spewers, and even Chargers, normal and behemoth. Basically, and obviously for Chargers, if you shoot their backsides where it's soft and unarmored, you can deal with them pretty easily. But honestly, if you just shoot Chargers and their legs, and just like, honestly, if you shoot around them, eventually the MG43 will chew through the armor and will kill them easily. Like in this clip, I'm shooting around trying to find a weak spot, and it seems to just kind of vary. But eventually, if you just find that spot in one of their legs or one of their weak points in their armor, it is so easy. Now, obviously, you can't kill Bile Titans, but if they have an exposed part where their armor is, you can shoot that and eventually you'll kill them, or like you'll at least damage them somewhat. But yeah, it really deals with like lower tier enemies super well, and especially on higher levels when you're basically being swarmed constantly. It is such a necessity now, I believe, now that I've been using it and trying to help my teammates with that, because you will easily clear fields easily, and that way you'll create space for your teammates to regain their composure or basically run away if you need to, or move on to the next objective. Now, switching over to the automatons are actually like programmed to deal with suppressive fire. They will be less accurate, and so when your team is on the move, you can give them suppressive fire. And the only thing I've noticed is like you can't just shoot around them. Like you have to kind of like land your hits in their group or whatever. That way they'll be less accurate. So you actually have to hit them when you're shooting at them. As I was saying, grunts and other simple targets, the MG43 will rip through. It'll rip through them. It'll rip through Devastators, Striders, you just gotta aim for the legs. Hulks, you gotta hit that big glowing part on their back. It'll deal with gunships, or at least it'll do like damage to their engines and stuff, but you can still damage gunships even with this weapon. Cannons and tanks, all you have to do is hit the heatsink in the back and it'll blow up. But basically, that's pretty much it. I really implore you to have someone, if not you, carry a supply pack and MG43 at least. Those other 2 slots, have fun with, use whatever you want. My recommendation personally is the supply pack, MG43, rail cannon strike, and then the napalm strike. Basically, the rail cannon strike is to help out with dealing with bigger enemies like Bile Titans and factory striders. The napalm strike, on the other hand, especially if you had the module upgrade, it helps with holding the line, and it'll help with retreating if need be, or at least moving on to the next objective. Now carry Lady Liberty's sword and spread freedom and democracy. Be the support for your fire team. But anyways, just have someone, at least one person in your fire team, use it. It is genuinely such a high recommendation. It's so underutilized and underused, or even underrated. Go use it. It's super nice, and you'll see.
Got a pizza here. Oh, nigga!